Yo, welcome back to another episode of Nothing Agreed. Back with the NBA pod. Back with Barron, myself, and the special NBA analyst, Andrew Cuppett. How you doing today?
I'm good, how are you?
How you doing today?
Doing great.
So we had our first NBA pod, which is, the awards. Yeah, so it's kind of the preseason look. Even though the season kind of started, we still had our first looks. But now we're through 2 weeks of the NBA. The league's kind of shaping up. It's gaining some fruition. And we've had some interesting storylines so far. Your Sixers are now top of the East.
That's right.
Early on.
That's right.
After their opening day loss, they've won 6 straight.
And we only lost by a point, too.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure we're the first in the power rankings because of that.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's good.
There you go. Your New Orleans Pelicans.
What are they
How they
sitting
looking?
at? Right there at 8.
Right there at 8.
Yeah.
I mean,
Kind of a little fall from grace. Lost 3 straight.
if you want to say that.
Lost to the Atlanta
Have some
Hawks, too.
injuries, but
Oh.
Yeah, like I predicted, had some injuries, huh? What happened to CJ McCollum?
Shock.
collapsed lung.
Yeah. How long is he out for?
Probably a month.
Yeah.
Time to hang it up, bro.
It's getting a little out there, huh?
Nah, I'm not worried. Zion had a baby last night too. So.
Yeah, Zion did have a baby with Mariah Mills. Remember that whole thing?
Is it actually with her?
No.
That's crazy.
No, that was the whole controversy. It was like, oh, you be flying me out while you had this girl pregnant. That was the whole controversy.
That was
so.
wild. That was like a month long too.
That was
like,
so funny.
I was like, is this
I
bitch
remember-
gonna shut up?
Didn't she say she was dropping their sex tape if the NBA didn't trade him out of New Orleans?
Yeah, where's that?
Yeah, so where is it?
I mean, I'm not watching, but where is it? But where is it? So
Let's be serious now. We don't condone that sort of stuff.
honestly,
We do not, we do
don't be
not.
dropping sex tapes for non-consent guys.
No,
Um,
don't be making those.
the-
When
don't-
was the last time she tweeted about him?
I don't care.
I think it was like
Yeah,
2 nights ago. It's because about the baby.
No way.
Yeah, something like that.
Let's check.
Oh god. All right.
I was gonna check.
Young guy.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on because that's as pointless as it gets. Little throwback right there.
Whatever.
Throw.
Yeah.
I don't know how much.
No, like throwback because of the whole like 9 months ago and stuff like
I
that.
don't, again, 9
That
months
was-
isn't really throwback.
I mean,
That was
kinda
like
is.
the summer.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say it was not 9 months.
Yeah, that was like the summer.
That was
Oh,
like
the summer?
3 months.
No, it was not.
It was like
not.
it was
in
like
summer.
July. Yeah, it was like June,
No, that
July.
was shit was like May.
No.
Are you sure?
No, we were back.
Yeah, nah.
We were not in school when that shit happened.
Damn, she was
Yeah, it was
that
100%
pregnant.
June, July.
I
Yeah.
thought
damn.
it was like August. I'm like,
It might have been
yeah.
in August too.
Damn, what the fuck?
Probably
This is
July.
not, this is not a throwback moment. That's why I was.
All right, well, I thought it was. I guess I'm mistaken here.
All right.
Bro
So,
thought he was cooking.
but yeah, the season's kind of shaped out so far. Nuggets are top of the West. Sixers top of the East. And any kind of early action y'all want to talk about before? Bottom of the league is Grizzlies still. They're at 1-7.
Yeah. They're not surprising.
Not so great.
Yeah.
But hey, they picked up a win. So there you go.
Against who again?
No team's going 0-82.
Who's bottom of the East?
Bottom of the East is the Pistons.
Pistons. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pistons, Hornets,
I think I had them. 14.
Wizards, Bulls.
Yeah, it's
Cavs are the surprising one because they're 3-5.
Yeah.
Um,
That'll probably change. But we'll see.
that should change.
Yeah, I mean, Minnesota's up there.
That's what I was talking about. One of the things I want to talk about is
Nah.
Dallas and Minnesota looking a
Nah.
little spread. What and what?
I mean, the Timberwolves.
I mean, they were the first.
Let's
team
talk-
3 games versus teams with injuries.
Let's talk about the Timberwolves for a
well,
second.
they're the first team that beat the Celtics,
They are
who's seen as the best team in the league.
one of
Yeah.
And then, let's see, what else? I mean, yeah, they're sitting right there. They beat.
They have the number 1 defensive rating in the league.
Yeah, they beat someone else last night. That was pretty impressive.
Nah,
I forgot who it
Pelicans. They beat Pelicans.
Yeah.
And we
Oh, the
didn't have
Pelicans not
anybody-
impressive.
We did not have anybody playing.
I thought you were a good team though.
All right, you want to know the starting? Hey, listen. You want to know the starting lineup
All
last
right,
night?
go ahead.
The starting lineup was. Who was the starting lineup? Brandon Ingram.
That's a star player.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Other than that,
All-star player.
Jordan Hawkins.
Who's been balling.
He's been balling.
Leads
And then
the
it's-
league in
then it's-
3-point percentage for rookies
Who's the dude?
and 3-pointers.
Jeremiah Robinson Earl. Don't even know when we signed him.
JRE practice squad came off the trade
Don't
with the
even know when we
Rockets.
signed him. Yeah. I remember.
Good player.
No. No.
He's in the NBA. He's better than you.
Well,
Wow.
no shit. Who was the other third guy that started?
I don't know. That's what you're supposed to be telling us.
Would have been Dyson. I don't know.
Dyson's kind of tough.
He's all right. He's been underwhelming. And then JV. JV blows.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Totally. JV's horrible.
I've been a JV hater.
You have been
For
JV hater.
years.
Broken splasher from the corner.
Nah, it's not.
You see that 5 spot in the West though?
5 spot in the West. The Oklahoma City Thunder.
That's right.
Coming out a little fruition. Early gates for them.
And right beneath them too.
Yeah. Right below the Warriors. Timberwolves, Mavericks, Nuggets. And first of all, with 2 weeks in, I kind of want to start the main topic, which was the NBA overreactions.
Okay.
So I found a couple opinions on not only Twitter,
Yeah.
found some on Reddit, which is pretty bad, and I found an article that brought up some overreactions. So, do y'all want to talk about anything else before we get into it?
I'm ready.
Sure, why not?
All right. The first overreaction was Victor Wembanyama is an All-NBA team candidate. Is that an overreaction or not an overreaction?
I don't know his stat line off the top of my head.
You can pull it up right here. Look at it. Just type it right here.
It's like
Type it right here.
it's like 18 something, right? 18 points per game.
Type in Wemby.
Is it gonna show up?
You should. Maybe I don't have internet and it won't, but yeah, it won't. Go to your phone.
Whatever. I'll figure it out. Just off
Figure out
my
his
head
exact stat
though.
line. Off your head. Do you think he's an All NBA team candidate or no?
Probably not.
Not?
I mean, he's been good, but like.
He's averaging 20, I think.
I mean, he's averaging 18.8. Yeah, I would say that.
18.8. How many rebounds?
8.5.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's a depoy candidate.
I don't think he's.
I picked him as my defense.
I don't think he's the best defensive player in the league right now.
Oh yeah, but
I think Anthony Davis leading right now.
AD's been really good.
He's averaging, I think, 3.4 blocks a game.
Yeah, AD's been
When he
good,
plays.
but he's not a.
Well, yeah, but he's been playing, so
That's true.
that's all that matters so far.
Yeah,
2 weeks.
I
in.
wouldn't say he's an All NBA candidate.
So what?
I mean, you got to average over 20 for that for sure.
What if he averages a double-double?
Like what, 20 and 10? Nah,
You give him 20-10.
Probably not.
You
I
don't
mean,
think
there's
so?
so many good bigs.
Yeah, but
Well,
All
I'm trying
NBA team is no longer
Does he play
it's positionless.
I mean,
Does he play center?
Power forward.
unless
He's power forward.
Yeah.
I think he's got to average 24 and 10 at least.
I don't.
Shot.
Yeah, I don't see it right now.
He's got to average at least 24 and 10.
If he's
So a reaction.
I mean, if he does finish this season scoring 20 points per game, just based on his hype, I could see him sneaking onto the third team.
Mm-hmm.
Just based off the name alone.
Yeah.
But like he was saying, if he is averaging like 20 and like 8 or a double or anything of some significance, then yeah, I think he might sneak his way onto the third team.
I think he has a chance. But
Not-
if I had to bet on it, I'd pick no.
He would have to. I mean, 18 and 8 is not making.
18-8 won't make it. But I think
Like he'd have to average 25 and 10.
Yeah. And the reason I also would pick no is because, again, I'm still scared about his usage and how many games he'll play, which I guess is
Maybe injuries.
becoming more of a
Who knows? We'll see.
becoming more of a emphasis towards awards.
Yeah.
So I think, but if he goes 22-10, 22-11, somehow gets his averages up, he's All NBA, third team.
Okay.
He can definitely get that. Maybe.
I think. I mean, I'm like one of the biggest Wemby fans, but the Spurs aren't gonna be good. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he'd have to have really good numbers to get it.
Word. Another one I saw was some people are buying into the Minnesota Timberwolves hype, and they're going to be a top 6 team, avoiding the play-in.
No.
No.
No,
Absolutely not.
absolutely not.
No.
A lot of, I mean, again, we look at the standings as they are right now. We should take these with a grain of salt. I mean,
Exactly. Yeah.
we're 2 weeks into an 82-week game season.
That's why they're overreactions.
Exactly.
Or reactions.
This means nothing. So, the Timberwolves, they're doing great right now. Like they're building a lot. Like Anthony Edwards, he looks really good.
Nas Reed has looked impressive. He's looking better than Cat.
Exactly.
Which can make him a trade candidate. Cat.
And for that reason, that's why I don't see them. He's getting moved by the deadline.
Cat.
They gave up too much for Gobert, and that experiment between them, two of them, is not working out. So one of them's got to go. And basketball is a business, just like every professional sport is. And they gave up a stupid amount of assets to go get Rudy Gobert. And they're not going to offload him for a couple of second-round picks because that's what he's worth. That's how you lose a job.
When Nas Reed comes to the floor, though, and played 4 with Gobert, he's been knocking, I think, around 50% of his threes. So that can stretch, and I mean...
And again, like we were just talking about, and like for that reason, I don't see Cat finishing the season on that team.
I could low-key buy it. I could low-key see it.
He's going somewhere else.
I could low-key buy it. top 6, I could low-key buy.
I mean, Nas Reed's been good, but I don't know about all what y'all are saying.
I mean,
Nas Reed?
Yeah, like
have you seen his stats?
I don't think he's replicating Cat.
Right. Well, if you look at the first couple games, he's been doing better than Cat.
I mean,
points per game, shooting percentage. Not only his free throw percentage, but his 3-point percentage, his field goal percentage, his points per game. I think he's doing just worse in rebounds per game. And he's averaging less minutes, playing 8 less minutes a game.
The only point I'm saying is Karl-Anthony Towns is one of the 3 players I think are not going to finish the season finish the season on the team they're on right now.
He's a trade deadline candidate.
Exactly. Well, yeah, one of the 3 that I believe will be removed at this point in the season. And he's like you're saying, Nas Reed, he can fill that void that Cat brings shooting. He's not great defensively. So they could find another rotating big man to pick up that defense to go with Gobert, because that's all Gobert's good for. But yeah, I think we're gonna see Karl-Anthony Towns moved so the offensive reins can go straight to Anthony Edwards. He's got the ball in his hands. He's making the reads. He's making the shot, taking the shots. He's got it. They'll probably move him off for either draft assets that they lost giving up for Gobert, or they'll try and move him for another piece to make a run. But I don't think anyone really is going to trade another star player for Karl-Anthony Towns, especially.
I think they could make the move to the Knicks.
See, I don't think he goes to the Knicks, though.
You don't think so?
I don't like that fit.
We'll wait and see. We'll see what they want to do with Julius Randle. I bet they want to move him. I just don't know if they'll be able to. But yeah, I don't think the Timberwolves finish in top 6.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna see something's gonna happen. Karl-Anthony Towns is getting traded, and then it's all gonna go down.
I mean, they beat the Celtics, but
Anthony Edwards.
I'm gonna have to see a lot more. Like
he's looked really good.
Even the game yesterday, they won. I was not impressed with them.
Okay.
I think honestly, if I were them, like you said, Cat. He thinks Cat would get traded. I think you got to trade Cat or Gobert for.
I don't think anybody's gonna look at Gobert.
They need somebody that. They need like another wing or guard that can score the ball, like at a 20-point per game level type.
I'm sure that's what they'll try and look for.
I'd probably look for a wing if they could, but I doubt.
I mean, Jaden McDaniels is good, but he's not scoring the ball.
Yeah, but he's great defensively.
Yeah, no, so, I mean, I agree, but I think I don't think Conley's gonna get the job done as like a.
Yeah, that's why they have the number 1 defense in the league right now.
Yeah.
So, I can low key buy it though. If they keep the defense up, right? If you have the number 1 defense in the league, that always represents wins. It's you can't win if the opponent scores less than you, and you can see up there. I mean, they have a 10.5 differential right now. 4-game win streak, good for them. Mm-hmm. After starting 1-2, lost to the Raptors at home because I put money on the goddamn fucking Timberwolves. Thought they were gonna be good, but currently 5-0 at home, 0-2 on the road. We'll see what they can do.
I didn't even know that. They played only 2 games away from home.
Yeah, so we'll see how that's
why you gotta take this with a grain of salt too.
True, but I like their defense. I like what they're doing with their defense. So, if they keep Nas Reed look good defensively, Jaden McDaniels always good defensively. Gobert is always the stifle tower. So if they can keep the defense up, I could buy it. There you go. Another one I saw. You're gonna like this one.
Okay.
The New Orleans Pelicans are into the semifinals, so into the second round of the playoffs when healthy. They're a second round team when healthy.
Healthy. I don't hate that. I'm just looking at these teams right now. I mean, there's only 4 teams in each conference that go the second round. So Nuggets will probably get. Nuggets are gonna go there. Suns fully healthy are there too, although they have not looked that great so far.
Mm-hmm. But they haven't been fully healthy.
I'm not worried about the Suns.
Right. I want to say.
What about the Lakers?
Yesterday, or is it soon?
Oh.
I think he makes his debut tonight.
Okay, that's right.
Who, Booker?
Beal.
Oh, Beal played last night.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he played last night. Lakers are fighting for a play-in again.
You think so?
Oh yeah, they do not look good.
Yeah,
look at the record again. 3-0 at home, 0-5 on the road.
I do think.
But when
the Lakers,
from all the games I've watched the Lakers play, it literally is just LeBron. Like he's the only one that.
Yeah, their shooters can't hit right now.
Every other player on that.
But that's what makes me a little more confident is that they're cold.
I mean, LeBron.
I don't look at it that way. To me, I just see they're just a bunch of inconsistent.
I think
players.
I think the Lakers will be playing.
I think they'll bounce back.
You think? What happens if? I mean, I think there's a good chance.
What happens if
Ron or AD misses time, and then what's gonna happen then?
Well, someone's got to step up, right? But what makes me confident is that nobody's stepping up.
What do you mean, like teams?
No, they're players.
Okay.
Like they can't hit shit right now, and they're 3-5. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something's got to turn around. It's a streaky game. There's 82 games in a season, right? It's not like NFL. If you lose 3, it's not like that's how your season goes, right? You can go on a 4-game losing streak, miss all your shots. You can hit 50% and go on a 6-game winning streak. So it's a game all about runs. And
right.
I mean, with teams that are above them, right? I mean, I like them better than the Kings. I like them better than the Rockets. I like them better than the Thunder. I'm close to the Thunder.
I see.
I like them better than the Mavericks if they matched up. So.
I like the Nuggets better. I like the Timberwolves better. I like the Warriors better. I like the Thunder better. I like the Suns better. I like the Pelicans better. I like the Clippers better. I like the Kings better.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, the only team up there that I would probably agree with you is the Rockets. I don't think every other team on there I think matches up. Maybe not the Mavericks either, but every other team on there matches up with the Lakers.
All right, back to the
Pelicans.
question. Yeah. Do I think they can make the second round? Yeah.
Of course he does.
No,
but
they
it also
will. They
depends
will
on
make
match-
the second round.
They will. It
They
depends
will.
on matchup. Like, give me some matchups.
All right. Let's say the Pelicans make a play-in spot, right?
Yeah.
And they go to 2, right?
Uh-huh.
And they play the Suns.
The Suns.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'd pick the Suns.
Okay. Let's say they make the playoffs, right? And they face the Warriors at 3.
Nah, I think the Warriors would beat us.
Yeah,
Okay. Let's say they play the Thunder in the playoffs.
Yeah, we beat the Thunder.
What about the Lakers?
I think we beat the Lakers too.
Okay.
I think it depends if we get like a 6 seed or if we get a 5 or 6 seed or 4 seed. Or
Yeah, I think the prime spot's a 5 seed.
Yeah.
Because the West is kind of top heavy, or you have to get lucky in your seeding.
Yeah.
But if you're sitting at 8 right now, right, and you play the Nuggets, I'll take the Nuggets in 5.
5's generous.
They can steal one.
No.
When
If we're
healthy,
healthy,
if we're healthy, they can
win
win 5 or 6.
If we're healthy, we're on a 6. I mean, we're up 20 on them.
But you blew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You were.
you were.
We were up 20 on the Celtics game 6.
They were.
Exactly.
How'd that end?
Exactly.
Jason Tatum 3.
And he still sucks this year.
Who?
Jason Tatum.
That's crazy.
Kristaps Porzingis is their best
Porzingis
player.
has been good.
He's
Yeah.
the best player.
We'll talk about the Celtics
I do think
in a
the
second.
Tatum is just a little much. But
We'll talk about the Celtics soon.
It's way too much.
We'll talk about the Celtics. All right. You think they will or they can? I think they can.
Yeah.
I mean, any team can, but
It just depends on matchups too. I don't know. I do want to. I think we should trade for another big.
another big. I mean, you're on the Jonas Valanciunas hate train.
I mean, I don't know. Like, he doesn't play.
He doesn't
in the
get any.
playoffs.
He doesn't bring any value to the table.
In the play. No, I mean,
like to the
in
trade
the regular
block.
season he'll score and he'll rebound.
Yeah.
But in the playoffs, like, he's not gonna play. That's what I don't understand.
Why is he not going to play?
He gets played off the floor. He can't. I mean, he can't.
Oh
guard his soul.
yeah. I see what you mean.
Like, even in playing games, he doesn't. Like, he'll play like the fucking first 8 minutes and then he'll sit the rest of the game
Jeez.
because he can't guard a pick and roll.
There you go. Another one I saw is Chris Paul was the answer for the Warriors' woes last year, and the Warriors will be a top 4 team in the West.
I think they could be top 4, but no, Chris Paul's not the answer.
I'll put it this way. I think
Or Chris Paul is an improvement. Has made the Warriors better.
I think moving off of Jordan Poole was a good decision.
Okay.
After seeing this year and the shenanigans that he's doing down in Washington,
Yeah.
I think moving off of him because I remember when that trade happened, I called that organization dumber than rocks. Forgetting,
Warriors?
yeah, the Warriors.
Because they got rid of a young piece
a young,
for a really
promising
old
player.
veteran who's probably maybe on his last 2 years or last year.
For the new Celtic Shaq, exactly. So, but now looking at it, seeing the way that they're using Chris Paul in that offense, which he is producing good results. Like he's not hurting that team, and I think you put Jordan Poole in that offense, he hurts that team. Like I think he's not hurting the Wizards because they're not like doing
Not really much you can do. Yeah.
I mean, he and Kyle Kuzma are just having fun down there pretty
There
much.
you go.
But yeah, I mean, I mean, that's a conversation for a different time. But yeah, no, moving off of Jordan Poole is probably the most underrated move this offseason. I think.
I mean, I think what it did was when the Warriors struggled, they just struggled so much when Steph didn't play last year, and now, like, if Chris Paul comes off the bench, like the bench unit, like they're not getting killed, so then they're like better.
Yeah, they can still, because Chris Paul can still bring that facilitation.
Yeah,
he kind of gives that little like point guard Draymond role in a way.
Exactly.
Yeah. Steph Curry's also leading the league in 3-pointers made, like
by a mile,
5.9
by like a mile. It's
yeah,
only close. Yeah.
It's up like a 3.5.
I don't know. I think he's a candidate for MVP.
He's close.
I mean, he as of right now.
Who's your leader for MVP?
Right now?
Yeah.
Jokic.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, have you seen Jokic looks like the best player in the league, and then a little bit this season.
I wouldn't say a little.
This
bit,
season.
But...
You think a lot or nothing?
I mean, I think he is. I think he's playing the best right now, but I don't think he's playing heads above everyone else.
I mean, if you watch that man play basketball, it's so.
Lucas,
so good.
Lucas playing pretty well.
He's averaging 30 something, right below Joel.
Yeah, Steph's playing well. Joel's playing well. Yeah, I mean, I mean,
Jokic is crazy.
Yes, like Jokic is playing. He is the best player right now, but he's not leagues above everyone.
I'm not saying leagues above, but what I'm saying is there's Jokic and then a small little gap. It's not like AB.
No, I think there's Jokic.
It's not a 1A 1B right now. It's a 1 and 2.
Interesting.
I could somewhat see that.
Does that mean we need to
maybe I reworded
a top 10 players list today?
A top 10 players list
and the show.
We could construct something. We could construct. You could sit this one out. We can construct something.
Depending on how much time.
Yeah, we could construct something. But back to it, right? Chris Paul, I think, has made the Warriors' offense look better. I think it was a solid move because.
I think it'll be interesting to watch in the playoffs because I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it'll help you.
But it'll be interesting to watch in the regular season.
Especially like with Steph, like.
I think it should be interesting to watch in the regular season. We're so far away from the playoffs.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the regular season.
No, I think it'll help regular season wise. Yeah.
But NBA basketball, I don't think you see a lot of Chris Paul minutes anyway. So, I'm saying like he might play like 5 minutes
in the playoffs. Yeah.
I disagree.
No, I agree.
I disagree. I agree. 5 minutes.
I mean, 5 might be
minutes.
exaggeration. But probably like 15. Yeah.
Give me 20.
I mean, he can't defend.
Give me 18. 18 minutes.
Shoot.
18 minutes.
No.
Like at the end of the day,
he's coming off the bench.
At the end of the day, he's not
right. He can't defend. He can't shoot.
When it comes to crunch time, he can't shoot. Come on.
Yeah,
what?
The only shot he's making is that mid range. That little mid range.
You think he's shooting like below 30% from 3?
Yeah, but they're giving him threes. You watch him play.
Yeah, he's not shooting below 30% from 3.
He can't shoot.
Okay, if you give it's not like Draymond and Chris Paul are the same person.
I'm not saying
nah, but he can't shoot.
Draymond's
didn't Chris Paul last year average 36% from 3?
I mean, I don't care the percentage. Like people were nobody's respecting him from 3. Like if Steph has the ball and he's off ball, they're not they don't care about him.
I'll say this.
They're not sitting.
He did average a good 3-point percentage last year.
Mm-hmm.
But every Suns game that I watched, when they kicked the ball out to him at the top of the key.
Nobody's closing out. Yeah, nobody's closing out.
It doesn't matter if he's close. Then good. Then why would you not bring him out there? If he can hit the 3 at a decent rate and they're not closing him out, give him open looks.
Well, if he's
shooting,
but
what?
The thing about the NBA,
if he's shooting
is
below average,
is when you're being a threat, like having somebody be able to guard you is just as important as being able to make the shot. Like if you don't have to guard somebody, then it makes it that much harder for your offense to
I see
run.
Like ball space.
What? Yeah.
So
okay, but if Chris Paul is like Draymond, where he's left wide open, right, and he always hits that mid range shit, he can just step in and take a mid ranger that he always hits.
Well, that's not when. I mean, that's not.
So what's your point?
I'm saying
the point is that he's not a good enough 3-point shooter to get significant minutes in the playoffs. He's not going to get
30 plus.
No, but he's not.
Especially when Draymond's non-shooter.
He's going to get 16, 17, 18, 19. He's going to get the 16, 19 range. He's getting 10, 15. He's not getting maybe 10. Unless his legs fall off.
So are you gonna put him in the game with Curry and Clay?
Yeah.
In the playoffs? Who are the other two?
What are the other two?
No, who are your bigs then with Curry?
Because Curry's gonna play.
You play small.
Curry's
I get that.
Play small.
Tell me who are the other two?
You could put Draymond in there, but I think they could switch off.
Okay, but who's with Draymond?
That's a tiny lineup. I mean, maybe.
You think they have no 7-footers?
Against most teams.
You think they have no 7-footers?
I mean, I don't know if they have a 7-footer.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, the Warriors are
I don't think
not
they
big.
do.
So then just scrap the entire team. They're not going to make it out of the first round of the playoffs.
I'm saying no. We're saying that Chris
Who starts?
Paul is not going to
GP2?
get minutes. No, it's going to be Curry, Clay, Wiggins, Draymond, Looney.
Yeah. So why would you not do off the bench Chris Paul, right?
Yeah.
Off the bench, right? Draymond comes out, right? Wiggins moves to the 4, right? Clay moves to the 3. Curry moves to the 2. And Chris Paul takes 1.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
Those lineups just won't work late into the play.
Yeah, that's what
They'll work in the second quarter.
Okay, yeah. He'll get like
Second and third
10
quarter.
minutes, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
You give him 2 minutes in the fourth, right? You give him 5 minutes in the second, right? 5 minutes in the third. You give him about 3 or 4 because the stars will come around.
I don't think that. I don't think
right?
that 3-guard lineup will work in the playoffs.
Well, Clay can play the.
I mean, who like
Clay's 6'6".
pick a random playoff team in the West?
Sacramento Kings.
Okay, so they start who? Fox.
Yep.
Monk.
Carter. Off the bench.
Herder, Murray, and Sabonis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Klay Thompson is
Yeah.
perfect for her.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
you're putting.
that's a good matchup.
That's a good
for the
matchup.
Warriors. But when they
Yeah,
play a
but
team
like
the Nuggets or the Suns,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
matchup
How are
doesn't
you
work.
guarding the Suns with that lineup?
They don't. That's the thing.
What do you mean?
Chris Paul doesn't play. In
Who
the
are you
Suns
putting Chris
series.
Paul on? Who are
He
you putting
doesn't-
Steph on?
He doesn't play in the Warrior. He doesn't play in the Nuggets.
Yeah, but
series either.
the game, like the Suns, right?
Yeah.
Listen to the Suns, okay? The way the offense moves for both teams, it's going to be high scoring both ways.
Yeah, but you can't.
So give me the Suns lineup.
What do you mean?
Give me the Suns
They're
lineup.
gonna have
Beal, Booker, Durant.
Beal,
Durant's going to play the
Durant,
4. Nurkic's going to play the 5.
Nurkic.
Who's coming?
Even though I don't know, they might play small ball.
Yeah, the Suns will probably play 3 guards as well.
The thing is, you can't have two like Steph. I won't say he's a liability, but he's not.
He's not a great
He's
defender.
not guarding.
right?
He's not.
So that's what I'm
guarding-
saying is when
He's not guarding
when
a
Draymond
best
comes
player.
off, right?
Yeah.
That offense just changed last year, right? It was
Not
a different.
really.
It was a different look.
I don't
At least
really think their offense was the problem.
At least the defense would change, right?
I just think they didn't have enough. What worries me with the Warriors in the playoffs is they don't have enough.
They don't have the.
Somebody else other than Curry.
They don't. Yeah, they're too old. They're not. They can't keep up defensively with these other teams. So
I mean, Chris Paul will help in the regular season.
Let's
Yes.
say this.
And I think that's why I picked them like what 3rd or 4th seed. I think they can easily get that.
Well, none of us are Steve Kerr, so obviously we don't know what he plans to do with Chris Paul. But if they give him significant minutes in the playoffs, they are a 2nd-round exit.
Yeah, no, easily. Yeah.
They don't win. They don't win the Nuggets if they don't beat the Nuggets.
Honestly,
if he plays significant.
A 2nd-round exit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Warriors need to.
I don't get. They could play. I think they could be a 2nd-round exit without Chris Paul or with Chris Paul.
I think.
If
the Warriors-
You have the Nuggets and Suns, right?
I don't think they match up well with the Thunder if they play them in the playoffs.
The second, but
Nah, I
a
think
2nd-round
it's
exit, right? A 2nd-round exit is a semifinals loss,
Right,
which means there'll be 2 teams left.
Right. No, I'm saying they're not making it past the 2nd round, but I'm about to say it's
So that's a top 3-4 team in the West.
depending on who they play in the first round, they don't make it out of that. If they play Chris Paul,
They'll beat the Thunder. They'll beat the Thunder because Thunder are inexperienced.
No, I do. I think
They'll
would
beat the Thunder. They'll beat the Thunder.
Not if Chris Paul plays significant minutes.
What is significant?
20 plus.
He won't play 20. We all agree he won't play 20 plus.
That's what
You
you
were
were
arguing-
saying.
I'm
But
saying
like-
16 and 19.
That's too much.
That's not too much. That's not too much.
Yeah.
That's not too much.
Especially
if
'cause-
Curry's playing 40 plus, right?
Mm-hmm.
40 plus, right? First of all, he has come out for 8 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those minutes could go to Chris Paul, right? But let's say those
Yeah.
minutes don't go to Chris Paul, right?
Probably.
Draymond's not playing 40 plus, right? Is Draymond playing 40 plus,
No.
right? Draymond's not going to play 40 plus,
Yeah.
and Chris Paul can facilitate the offense like Draymond can, right? So I'm saying is in those dead periods, right? The second, right? The end
So
of the
you're talking-
first,
you're
right?
talking about periods.
What I'm telling, fourth quarter, Chris Paul will not be out there, right?
Well, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We all can agree on that.
But you're talking about moments with.
I'm not talking crunch time. Chris Paul's
no,
out there.
I get that. I'm saying
I'm
you're talking about
talking-
the time when Curry and Draymond are both off the court.
No, Curry will play 40 minutes, right?
Okay.
And Curry loves to play the offense with Draymond, right?
Yeah.
To me, right? He
Okay.
facilitates a roll on the block, right? On the elbow,
Okay.
right? And Chris Paul can do that too. If he needs a rub screen, right? And he can pull a mid-ranger.
No.
I'm not.
Now you're
okay,
wrong.
What?
wait,
Now
Listen,
you're wrong.
listen,
Wiggins
listen.
can do it.
Also, in the
Wiggins will be.
Listen,
Wiggins won't be
listen,
there.
listen.
He'll be on the bench.
Listen, in the play, I think you're.
No, you need
people on the bench to come on and play minutes.
I know, and you have younger guys that have more upside.
In the playoffs.
Upside.
In the playoffs.
You need experience in the playoffs.
I think you're over exaggerating how much the Warriors use their system, but in the playoffs they're not just running screens the entire time.
Versus the Kings.
A lot of it was Curry.
Versus the Kings, they played high pick and roll.
Yeah,
and they played elbow pick and roll.
Yeah, but most of it was high
and it was switch and rub.
A lot of it was high pick and roll.
But they played elbow pick and roll.
I understand what you mean by Chris Paul and Draymond spot.
That's what I'm saying. Is they ran a lot of high pick and roll and elbow pick and roll, right?
High pick and roll.
And elbow pick and roll, right?
Yeah.
Is that true? Okay. Yeah. If Chris Paul runs an elbow pick and roll, right? How much space does Curry need? Not much, right? Yeah. If they double Curry, right? Chris Paul is a significant threat from mid-range, right? You have that mid-range. Now you have a point guard or a guard who has great vision, right? Who can find the court easily, right? We can't say Chris Paul's not a good passer.
I think.
But we all agree that he's not going to be there in crunch time, right?
Yeah.
Right. And if Curry needs rest, Chris Paul's a good playoff point guard.
When Curry is not playing, Chris Paul will win the game.
Yeah, but he's not playing more than 5 minutes a game.
Yes, he is.
No.
Yes, he is. No. I will put $150 that he does.
I'm sure he will, but that's not the right thing.
Yeah,
they lose that way.
I think you only play Chris Paul when Curry's not in the game.
Exactly. That is the Curry's not in, and neither is Draymond.
What if Clay comes out?
Then you
have other guys that are better defenders,
GP2, right?
Scorers.
Yeah, or Wiggins. I mean, you have a bunch of people.
I'd rather have. There are way too many guys.
But Wiggins starts. You can't just take
Kuminga, Moody.
Yeah, exactly. No, they are much better
for Wiggins' spot.
Nah, Moody plays the 2.
Moody will play mostly the 3.
No.
Yeah.
No. Chris Paul
or Kuminga will play the 3, right?
Yeah, I'd play GP2 and Moody at the 2.
Yeah.
Over Chris Paul.
Yeah,
this is wild.
I'm not playing Chris Paul anymore.
If y'all think Chris Paul isn't playing at least 10 minutes in the playoffs, that's wild.
I mean, he'll probably play 10 minutes because
he probably
he's gonna play 15.
He'll play like 8 because Curry won't be in the end game, and then he'll probably play like 5 to 7 with Curry.
I'm sure he will play 15 plus probably, but
it's
not smart.
Yeah,
it's not smart whatsoever.
I mean, at the end of the day, he's a liability on defense. He can't shoot. And
he can shoot.
5'11".
He can barely shoot.
He can shoot.
He's shorter than all of us.
He can barely.
He's a baby. Yeah, he can't shoot.
It's literally Celtic Shaq.
Like, and he's not gonna.
Bro, what? You just admitted. Well, he's not Celtic Shaq. He's better than that.
Hey, listen.
What? I did not.
You did
that. When?
And literally at the start, Celtic Shaq, but surprisingly not washed.
He's also not washed. He's also not gonna have the ball in his hand, so they're not gonna guard him when he's sitting in the wing in the corner. So like, there's no point in having him in the game.
You're telling me, right?
Chris Paul's only valuable when he's.
If Chris Paul's in the corner, right? If Chris Paul's in the corner, right? And I kick it to him in the corner and he's wide open, you're telling me that's a 2 out of 10. A 3 out of 10.
What do you mean?
A percentage to make.
I mean, he might make it, but like, I'm talking about, listen, with the Warriors offense, you want space. If you have shooters, they're not going to respect him. They're going to sit and they're going to play gaps in the paint. That's the thing. They don't respect Chris Paul from 3.
Exactly. So if I drive, right, and they help, and I have Chris Paul wide open in the corner, I'm taking that.
I mean, yeah, but again, the offense doesn't run the same if you have people helping off the corner.
But that's the playoffs. What do you mean? The offense isn't the same for the Warriors in the playoffs.
Exactly. That's why you need the most space as possible. Because then if you're doubling off a pick and roll with Curry, and you have like 2 non-shooters in the game, then your offense is getting clamped. That's why you want as many.
You think Chris Paul is a non-shooter?
I think they don't respect him as a shooter.
Okay, if Chris Paul bangs, it goes 2 out of 2 from 3, right? Let's say he starts a game like that, right? In the corner.
But he's not a catch and shoot guy.
I have to see him start 2 for 2 for a game.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, right? That's what I'm saying.
That hasn't happened.
He starts 2 for 2, right?
Okay.
He starts 2 for 2. Is he, right? Are you going to respect him now? No? You just still going to let him shoot or no?
I mean, I'll tell you they will still let him shoot the ball.
All right, that's just a question. We can
end on that. Watch Chris Paul too. The thing is,
I'll let you get the last word.
He refuses to shoot threes. Like if you watch him, when he shoots threes, it's like so slow. Like he does not want to shoot the 3.
Because he starts from the knees.
Yeah, the thing is, what I'm saying is like in the playoffs, space is so important. That's why, like players. Who's an example? Who did we play last last year? Who were the Timberwolves? Jaden McDaniels got played off the floor because he can't shoot the ball. Who's another guy? Who's the Sixers dude like a couple years ago?
The really good Thibault.
Yeah, he gets played off the floor in the playoffs because he can't shoot.
Yeah, no.
Like when you have guys, you need
But like
guys.
I'll say this.
That's disrespectful to Chris Paul.
What?
That you're comparing his shooting to Matisse Thybulle and Jaden McDaniels.
No.
But people aren't guarding him. You need to be able to. You need people to guard.
Let me say this: Chris Paul does not bring enough offense to the table for the Warriors come playoff time for them to be playing him over their other players.
Yeah.
He can facilitate the offense, which is
in non-Curry minutes,
which is great for non-Curry minutes and times in the regular season where Curry might be in a slump or he might not need all the time or he just needs a break, he needs a game off. Like Chris Paul is going to help the Warriors accumulate regular season wins to put them in a position to make a playoff push. But to play him any more than 7 minutes in the playoffs is just dumb.
Let me say this.
Agreed.
Let me say this real quick. If the NBA is high pick and roll, right?
Yeah.
Chris Paul is one of the best high pick and roll players in the league.
Not anymore.
And we've seen that.
No, he's not. But Curry's gonna have the ball in his hand.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But you're just gonna let Curry sit in the corner? No, Curry's gonna have the ball. That's how the Warriors aren't doing anything.
I'm not saying that's the case.
Unless
right?
Curry's averaging
I'm not.
35 in the
Whoa! I'm not saying that's like a game changer, right?
Yeah.
Right. But if it's a high pick and roll game, right?
Yeah.
Let's say Chris Paul plays 10 minutes, right?
Okay.
He'll make a great impact in those 10 minutes if it's high pick and roll.
Yeah, if he has the ball in his hands.
He will have the ball in his hands because he's playing non-Curry minutes, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're saying non-Curry minutes.
Yeah.
We're not saying he won't play in non-Curry minutes, yeah.
But
we're saying
but those minutes are less than like 7.
Exactly. Like
No,
Curry's
it's
gonna play
not.
40
In the
minutes.
playoffs, yeah.
You're gonna see them play together.
Okay, maybe.
You're gonna see them.
And I probably will.
Not maybe,
And
it will.
I agree with you. I probably will see them.
All right,
But I'm
we'll end
sitting
on
up
that.
here
We'll end on
saying
that.
that
We'll
is
end on
dumb.
that.
And from any coaching
Because we're
standpoint,
just going in circles now. We're just going in
that's
circles.
dumb.
All right, we'll end on that. We'll end on that. So, another one I saw was the Boston Celtics are the head and shoulders the best team in the East.
Head and shoulders?
Head and shoulders.
As in they will win the East.
Head and shoulders is crazy. Again,
I still think the Bucks will give them a run, but
I think it's a little early to say that about any team.
Yeah.
I saw that too, and I thought it was a little crazy.
And 2 weeks in.
I do think there's a big gap.
These past few weeks, they have shown weaknesses.
I'll say this: they are.
They're definitely the best roster.
I'm a big numbers guy.
It's not even close.
They're I think 3rd in defensive rating and like 5th in offensive rating, which is like the only team in top 5 for both.
One of 2.
What's the other one? Sixers? I don't know if they're in defensive rating.
Yeah, we were like 2nd or 4th. Look it up.
Sure. I have it right here.
As of last night, well, they were saying last night we were like 2nd.
In defensive rating, y'all are 5th.
Okay.
And y'all are 5th. There you go.
Down.
Top 5. There you go. Caught me both in number 5. So
we were higher defensively, but that must have gone down.
Must have slipped.
Yeah.
But they're a pretty solid offensive team. But I thought that one was crazy too when I saw it.
That's a little.
But they're.
Who do you think?
I think the Bucks are.
Yeah.
I still think the Celtics win the East.
Yeah, but like, who do you think is gonna
give them a run?
Yeah.
I mean the Bucks.
Who else? Just the Bucks.
In the playoffs, I don't think the Sixers are. I don't think the
Sixers are good. But
I think
I think they need another piece. Like,
yeah, the Sixers will push 6.
Do you think there's anybody that you would try and trade for?
Zach LaVine's a Sixer by the end of the year.
That's a lot of pieces.
Honestly, if LaVine's a Sixer, I might pick them.
I'll still pick the Celtics.
I mean, it's not.
It's just, who are you trading him for though?
Exactly.
3 draft picks, 3 firsts.
I know, but I think they would want a young asset.
Yeah.
Maybe
they're in rebuild.
That would be
if they trade LaVine, they're in rebuild.
I think if it would be Maxey, LaVine, who's playing 3 and 4, Tobias and Oubre.
Yeah, Tobias.
Who starts right now? Because
That's pretty nice.
Did he move to starting?
Oubre starts.
Okay.
I think
they might move.
If they got LaVine, I think they would move Oubre to 6 man.
They might move Batum
to the 4th quarter.
Starting.
Well, the thing is, the reports are that the Sixers are, as of right now, they are willing to move 3 first-rounders and guys on expiring contracts. i.e. guys we got from the Clippers to the Bulls, giving them draft compensation and
expiring
contracts.
I haven't seen anything. Is there actually buzz of LaVine to the Sixers?
Not any
LaVine will get buzz.
There's not any like media-wise.
Yeah.
Within certain Sixers inside, there's a lot of buzz just for anyone, but the main target is Zach LaVine, mostly because the Bulls.
What other players would you want?
Bulls suck. OG Anunoby's another name
that's expensive.
Lot, but
I also don't know if OG.
I don't think we need him.
Shot creation wise, I don't know if he moves the needle. Like he's a great 3-and-D and then gives you a little bit of offense, but
that's kind of what they need though, you know.
I mean, you know what?
Because they don't need they could take a number 2 option.
I guess.
But the way Maxi's playing this year is right.
I'm gonna sit up.
It's a weird spot because Tobias is.
Hold on. I'm gonna sit up here and say this. I don't think we need someone.
You genuinely think that you can make
Tobias as a third option?
You think you can genuinely win
I do.
You think you can genuinely win a championship with the team you have right now?
So let's look at the last 2 teams, or 3 teams. Or sorry, not last 3. Let's exclude the Warriors because that's kind of an outlier. But let's look at the Bucks and let's look at the Nuggets, who have both recently won championships. Yeah. And let's look at the Raptors too, because they kind of fall into this category as well.
Yeah.
All 3 teams have a guy who's seen as one of the greatest in the league: Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and at the time Kawhi Leonard. Sixers right now have that in Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Top 3 player in the league right now. If you want to not say that, he's definitely top 5.
All right, we'll go through your story.
But the rest, everyone. See, the thing is, the big wave is trying to assemble all these super teams in the last few years. Look at the Suns. Look at the Nets. Look at, I don't want to say the Warriors and Kevin Durant because that one worked, but
I mean that was just like.
But look what the Rockets were doing, trying to pair Harden up with these star guards the whole time. None of these worked ever. The Celtics, the past couple of years, hasn't worked. It seemed to be, and again, that's why I didn't really want to talk about the Warriors. That's kind of an outlier because that's a really good, somewhat super team. But the teams that have been winning the finals as of recently are teams with a really good player, but they have the right supporting cast around.
What about the Lakers in 2020?
That's Mickey Mouse. That doesn't count.
Okay, so the Warriors are different. The Warriors are different.
I'll give you I'll say the Warriors will give you an outlier.
How are the Celtics a fail team?
I'm not saying it's a failure. Again, they're still together. They still have a chance, but
they made the finals.
Again, I know they made the finals. They lost.
But they made the finals.
Right.
That's better than anything the Sixers have done.
I know. I'm not saying it's bad that you've made that's a different discussion. But to make the championship and lose, but anyway. What was I talking about? Who was it? The Phoenix Suns. They had Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and not DeAndre Ayton.
They made the finals and lost, but they lost to a team with 3 really good players.
Right.
4 really good players.
Right, but that's kind of a team that you have the star and you have the right supporting cast. None of those guys. Let's think about it this way.
I see what you're saying. At the same time, that supporting cast of the Bucks is
right. I know it's a much better support.
Yeah, better,
much better. But I'm saying what the Sixers have right now. I think you have the pieces. You have Tyrese Maxey, who's developing.
He's looked solid.
The offense is being built around him. Ball is in his hands.
Yep.
He's proven so far that he's capable of leading, of being that guy when Embiid's either not playing that well, taking a break, or just Maxey. Ball needs to go through him one night. He's proven that he can do that.
Yeah.
And then when you look at that third option, a lot of people talking about Tobias Harris. He's kind of been playing in that 4th option role as of a couple of years, but I mean he can consistently give you 15 points per game. I mean
15. Oubre can score.
That's the thing is I think
who plays the 2?
D'Anthony Melton.
Other than the Warriors, year before last year, like pretty much every team has like 3 guys that can go get you 30.
That's what I'm saying. If the Sixers match up with the Celtics again, I just don't think the Sixers have that. Like, if the Sixers match up with the Celtics again, I think they get ran like 6 games.
I mean that. Like I just don't know. Like
it'd be interesting.
I think you need. I don't know. I'm trying to think of somebody else other than LaVine. Like LaVine would make a lot of sense.
LaVine would make a lot of sense. Maybe a guy who's also good in defense too.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I mean, we don't really need.
You need a guy to play. Ton of sense.
Yeah, something.
If Jimmy Butler, but
Like Tobias can hold his own a little bit.
I mean,
Joel does his thing.
Tobias Harris is also playing on a contract year.
Yeah.
So I mean, he should play well this year.
How old was 30?
Something 32.
I think he's 30. Yeah, I think he's 32.
I mean, he's not. He's definitely not like washed, but
he's getting close.
No, I mean he's solid.
But he can go out. He can give you 15 a night, and then Kelly Oubre. I mean.
Nah, I like Oubre a lot.
Okay, but here's the
I
issue.
just don't think...
Here's the issue between the 2 and 3 and the 4, right? You match up with the Celtics, right?
Right.
2 and the 3 are Brown and Tatum. Right now you have Melton and Oubre, right? Let's say Oubre's on Tatum. Oubre can't really defend that well.
I mean, that's not what I don't know. I'm not really worried about.
Drew Holiday, who's a good defender, will be on Maxey.
Well, let's put it this way.
That's what scares me.
I'm not worried about their defense. I'm worried about...
I'm worried about their offense.
Yeah.
And when they play a team like the Celtics...
I don't think... Like, the thing is, when you think about the Sixers is, in the playoffs, they're going to make everybody but Embiid beat you. And if... I don't know if anybody other than Maxey can go get you over 30 and just, like, create...
Oubre can get you over 30.
Yeah, but not... When has he done that?
Not consistently.
Like,
correct. But he can...
Me that. I mean, maybe if he takes a step, but...
He's known for literally just scoring the ball.
No, he is, but not as like a...
Not the number one option. Yeah.
I think you need at least
not
like
consistently.
I think you need another borderline all-star caliber player.
It just depends who they give up.
Yeah.
Because if they gave up draft capital, then I'd be like, you're chilling.
It sucks.
Or an expiring deal. You're chilling.
Well, they're not moving off of Maxey.
No, of course. Maxey's untouchable.
I wouldn't move off.
I wouldn't say he's untouchable, but you need the package.
I like Melton a lot too, to be honest.
Who's it?
D'Anthony
I like
Melton.
Melton too.
Oh, I like Melton. I mean, the defense that he brings makes up for Maxey's significantly. Like Melton can guard 1 through 4.
Yeah,
I
would do is find like a.
I don't feel any discomfort in him matching up against some of those smaller power forwards, but
smaller power forwards, right?
No, obviously, he's not guarding Porzingis
or Giannis.
Or Giannis.
Yeah.
No. He's not doing that. And again, like when we played the Nets last year, even the Suns last Saturday. I mean, there were times where he switched on to Durant.
Would make a lot of sense.
And held his own.
Actually,
go ahead.
I would say Michael Bridges back in Philly. That would be interesting.
I mean, it would.
I don't know. You can't.
They're not
It's a young star player.
Yeah, they're not trading him.
The Nets value him.
I mean,
value
the thing is,
him.
like the Sixers, if they just hit on one of those like
multiple draft picks.
Fold Simmons, who'd they pick instead of Bridges? Zaire Smith or something?
They traded.
Yeah,
they traded. They traded
if
for
they
Zaire
hit on
Smith.
one of those, they'd be so set. Like if they just hit on one of those.
I mean, the future's totally different. You know, you can say that now,
Yeah.
but because then it's like, you know, their record changes a little bit. They don't land Maxey, you know. Yeah. But like, of course, if they had him right now, yeah. I see what you're saying.
So, I mean, I don't. And again, we have like 70-something games to go, but and the trade deadline's what, February?
Yeah.
Yeah, not even next year. So it's way too early to say.
That's why we talk about. That's what the whole thing's for.
It is. Back to the original point. It is way too early to say.
But that's what this whole episode's for. That's fun.
Leagues.
Even if the Sixers got the 1 seed, I still think they're a second round exit.
The Sixers got who they play.
Well, it depends on.
Let's say they get the 1 seed, right?
If we get the 1 seed,
no. If they get the 1 seed,
let's put it this way.
You think they're making the conference finals?
If they get the 1 seed,
and if the Celtics and the Bucks
are 2 and 3,
yeah, we are definitely.
Who would they play?
They'd play the
like the Hawks or the Cavs. Like,
oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Because if
they
the
get
Bucks
the 1
and Celtics matched up, yeah.
They get the 1 seed, they'd make the conference finals.
Yeah, depends how far the Bucks and Celtics
even
fall.
If the Bucks get 1 and the Celtics fall to 4, we probably and we're like 2 or 3, we'd probably make it. Depending is let's say this: we don't play one of those 2 teams in the second round like we have the past however many years.
Yeah,
we win. Besides the Hawks, that's the one
outlier. What was it? 2 years ago, y'all had the 1 seed, right?
Yeah, we lost to the Hawks, or 3 years ago.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes, sir.
I forgot about that. I was like, there was definitely 1 year they didn't. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But if we don't play,
Simmons.
we don't play the Celtics.
That was crazy. That year is crazy.
Game 7, Kevin, baby.
Yeah, we don't play the Bucks or the Celtics in the second round. We win.
Okay, maybe I misspoke there.
Maybe I want to talk about.
I forgot about playoff seeding.
Talk about the Hawks.
Okay, let's talk about the Hawks. What do you want to say about the Hawks?
How do we feel about the Hawks right now?
I like the Hawks so far. Quinn Snyder's made the pace of play really good. Offensively, we are top 5, if I'm not mistaken. Defensively, we're middle of the pack, which is we're 17th.
Yeah.
Which is actually kind of surprising because we're not bottom 2/3.
Yeah.
DeJounte has put up some really good numbers. We are 4th in rebounding, which is good. Jalen Johnson, right?
Is he starting it?
Yeah.
He is, what, the 4?
Yeah. He plays some games at the 4.
So it's...
So our starting lineup, right? Hunter.
Yeah.
Right? Jalen Johnson, Capella, right? And then DeJounte,
Yeah.
right? I think that's a second-round
And then
exit team.
Bogey off the bench.
If not for... Yeah. Bogey's solid off the bench. Onyeka has
like
played
Bogey.
solid off the bench, too. I'm a big pusher for Onyeka starting.
Yeah.
Like once Capella leaves. I thought Capella was going to leave last year. But, I mean, we're Jalen Johnson is just... It's like a younger John... It's like the John Collins that was revitalized when he was good.
Yeah.
He can shoot the ball. What's up? 6'11" from Duke.
Where's Collins at?
Jazz.
Is he still on? I totally forgot about that. I'm not gonna lie.
Remember we traded for him
Yeah.
Rudy Gay, and then we dropped Rudy Gay. So it was like
I
we got
totally
nothing.
forgot about that.
But then we pushed Jalen
Yeah,
Johnson.
no, I like that.
Right?
I think I don't know. If DeAndre Hunter developed how he was supposed to be, I think the Hawks should.
Imagine if Cam Reddish developed how he's supposed to be.
Reddish
We'd be
too.
deadly, bro. Because we gave away Luka for this bullshit.
Yeah, now he sucks on
Where's
the
Reddish? Lakers? Yeah.
Yeah. He's on the Lake. He missed the game-winning shot against the Heat.
Yeah. I never saw
Lakers
that.
just suck.
But yeah, I mean, the develop's supposed to be sick. But that's, of course, you could say every team right here, the developer is supposed to be. The DeJounte will be interesting, though, around the middle of the year because, once again, I mean, but Trae Young, right, in the games we played, has looked pretty shitty. In a couple games, at least in the 7 games we played, he's had a bad game at least 5 times. At least under his standards.
What, shooting-wise?
Shooting-wise, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what his thing is. He'll shoot 1 for 7 from 3,
Yeah.
2 for 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll still get the job done, right? Against the Timberwolves, we had a 20-point comeback.
Yeah.
DeJounte dropped 40 plus.
I don't know. Bigger picture,
Third quarter, popping off.
I don't know if Trey is how do I say this?
Not the right piece.
No, I just think honestly, I could not see Trey winning a championship as
The number one option.
I think he'd have to have an elite first option, as his teammate.
All right. This is just
Jokic,
hypothetically.
Embiid,
That's what I was gonna
Giannis
say.
type.
If he had an Embiid,
Yeah.
right? If he had an Embiid, that team would be nasty.
Yeah, no, yeah, if this, yeah,
Yeah, that team would be fucking nasty.
or Giannis or Embiid, yeah,
Yeah. That's what we need, a big, right? That's a star level player.
Yeah,
that's what I
top 10.
That's what I've been
top 15.
preaching, right? The pick
Yeah,
and
that's
roll,
what I'm saying,
right?
yeah.
The pick and roll. So
That's really the only way I see Trey winning.
But we were,
as
if you think about it, right? Back in the day, we were 2 games off the finals, right? And Trae Young got injured. It was close.
yeah, I mean,
but what happened?
the
right?
East also was
what
not
happened?
as good then, but
Yeah, true. We played the Bucks though, who's
Yeah.
championship winner, right?
and also you played the Sixers too.
The 1
Yeah.
seed.
Yeah, and Ben Simmons decided to. Yeah.
Okay, but also Game 7, Kevin, Lou Williams, Danilo Gallinari, Game 5, right? You can't just discredit.
No, I mean, it was a good run.
We had our good runs, right? We had our good runs, but with Trae Young, I agree they need that option, and he played the pick and roll so well, right? That's why John Collins was so good when they played the pick and roll. He had the high flying option. John Collins could step back at 3 on the fade. That's what Jalen Johnson's doing right now.
Yeah.
That's why he's doing solid.
Yeah, no, I like the Jalen Johnson piece. It's just,
it's nice.
I don't know. We'll see.
No, I agree with that.
I
Clint
think,
Capella
honestly,
is not that dude.
I would
It's just
have
rebound.
moved off Clint Capella earlier.
Oh my god, I totally would have moved.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what I was saying. Is
Because I feel like he's just there right now.
exactly right. I've been saying we should have
there's
moved him, right? And I've been in a whole preaching
And now he's
Onyeka
just
start.
losing more and more value.
Yeah, I feel like Onyeka should start
Yeah, I don't actually. That's a good question.
at least just to see what he's like.
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
as a starter.
At the end of the day, I mean, what's Capella? 30.
He's 30 bro. He's like 32, 30.
At the end of the day,
31, something like that.
unless
You
you
gonna
think you're winning a championship,
Word.
there's really no point in still starting him.
So
That's why who is it? Was it the Hornets for a while? Wouldn't play Mark Williams. I was like, why would you? Not
because they
just
had
Mark
Steve
Williams?
Clifford as a coach, and Steve
Yeah.
Clifford would only play fucking old veterans on a young developing team.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's just he wasn't that good as a coach. I don't know why they would hire
And
him.
then Mark Williams has been really good. Actually,
Yeah.
lately. Yeah.
He has. Looked good as well. Even though they're bottom of the East, Jalen Durant. For the
Yeah,
Pistons.
Jalen Durant's good.
He's looked good. Cade Cunningham has looked. He's been fitting his role. Jaden Ivey's not starting, which might get.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched any of the Pistons, but
I've watched a couple games, and
They're good. Yeah, I watched last night.
I mean they're
who
bottom
they
of
play
the
last
East.
night?
The Suns, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they played the Suns in Beal's comeback game. They
Yeah.
lost. but they've lost 6 straight. That means they're winning record at one point.
Dude, the thing that's weird though is this year, like the draft is not good.
Yeah, I know.
Like the upcoming draft, it's not good.
Oh
like,
yeah, it's like
really
not
bad.
that good.
Like honestly, I don't even know who the number 1 pick will be.
It's that 6'11" white dude in the G League.
I don't think he's that good.
He's like a Durant build.
He's like a worse version of Flag, like a good bit worse than Cooper Flag. Like I think I really don't think there's that much of a difference between him and like who's the dude on the Magic?
Paolo?
No.
Wagner?
Yeah. I think it's like he's like a Wagner or a Wagner level prospect.
Well, in that draft, right? In that draft, there will be some star players.
I mean, yeah.
Depending how late you go.
It just looks really bad.
You know what it could look like? You know what it could be? It could be like a 2013 draft, right?
Yeah.
2013 was the year of Anthony Bennett.
Yeah.
Victor Oladipo. Otto Porter.
But also, like
Cody Zeller.
Them coming
Alex
out,
Len.
I feel like this is. I don't know. I don't think it's been this bad in a while. Like it's
right.
There's nobody like who I'm like, damn, he might like. I mean, Ron Holland's good.
That's right.
Isaiah Collier's good, but I don't.
No.
In any other year, I don't think he's
not
a top 10.
Yeah.
NCAA basketball barely started. You're not giving any of them a chance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I can't wait for college basketball.
But if you were to grade the quality of the draft, it is one of the worst we've seen.
There's just not a lot of like, dude. College basketball's gonna be really good, but there's just not a lot of NBA prospects that are gonna be like crazy.
Yeah, because there's some in the G League too, but and international. Yeah, the OTE. I mean, that's where Thompson's came from.
I know.
Go ahead. You want to look or no?
Oh yeah, I'll look. Let's look at the recent mock draft. The year after though, with Flag, that's gonna be.
I don't know what else. I don't know who else is in that draft though.
Boozer.
Yeah.
There's another 24 guy that's really good.
I have no clue.
You'll be able to find it.
In this draft class.
You know at least Cooper Flag, right? You know
He's
Cooper
in
Flag.
this draft class?
No, next year.
No, if he was in
Like
this
the year
draft class, then like Flag's he's really good. Flag's like I'd say Flag is like a Tatum level talent.
So trash.
PG.
Nah, are you comparing or just like
comparing
level talent?
Comparing.
Nah, he can't shoot like PG.
He's not a Tatum level talent. He's better than a Tatum talent.
Probably, but
because Tatum went 3 in the draft.
Yeah. Yeah, but I would compare him. I don't know. What would your be comparison for Tatum or Flag?
As a player, as like a draft prospect.
Player.
As a player,
yeah.
Paul George.
I don't like that.
That's a good fucking comparison.
He can't shoot like PG yet. I mean, he might like in the future.
He can defend like that exactly. PG wasn't.
Nah.
At the Pacers, right? PG on the Pacers was raw.
Than PG is.
Yeah, but
I would say like.
Okay. George used to play small forward. I thought.
Used to, yeah.
I think Flag's more of like a 4. I think.
How big is he?
Like 6'9".
He's like 6'9".
Yeah, he's powerful.
No, but he can play small forward too.
That's like a Tobias Harris.
Who would I compare him to?
Mike Dunleavy.
Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris.
Actually, who's a comparison for him?
Tobias Harris.
Well, what you think about that?
Let's talk.
Was there anything else that you wanted to talk about before we have to wrap up here?
Oh, that's right. We gotta wrap up soon. We had some pretty good debates here. I mean, you look at the standings, right? Mm-hmm. Knicks are 9, right? Heave won 3 straight, right? Are you concerned for the Cavs at all? Not finishing top 3 or 4.
I was about to say Garland hasn't played that much, has he?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
They'll make the playoffs for sure.
I mean, they'll make the playoffs.
Oh yeah, Garland's been missing.
I mean,
time.
I don't really.
I'm not that worried.
I'm not a huge Cavs fan anyway, so no. I mean, I still think they'll have a good regular season though.
Yeah. Mavericks are 6-2. You impressed with the Mavericks so far?
Yeah,
I am.
You had them higher than us. You had them higher than us. So.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, they've been good.
Luka's been playing really well. I've been shocked of how well his teammates have been playing.
Lively's good too.
Lively's looked fucking good.
Yes.
I will say that. Before we get off the air, who's a good Cooper Flag comparison?
Cooper Flag comparison. Shit.
The ones I've seen are PG.
What else have you seen?
Mike Dunleavy. This is from ESPN themselves.
PG just doesn't make any sense to me.
This is what you should do. Ready? This is what you should do. Look up his look up his scouting report. Right? He'll have a scouting report, and it will tell you what his strengths and his weaknesses.
No, I know how he plays. I just can't.
I've seen him play basketball too. But if you want like an official one, like the one we're gonna seek, you'll get it.
Honestly, what I would say, like, you're gonna think is crazy, but like, I think he's a.
You already said Tatum.
He's like a. No, I would say he's like a mix of like. I don't know. That's a little.
Look something up.
That's a little too crazy.
Go ahead.
I would say like a mix of like Tatum and Giannis, but like worse Giannis.
Okay.
Because he doesn't shoot as good as y'all think he does.
Yeah, that's why he's the white Julius Randle.
That's disrespectful to Julius Randle. I'm kidding. Disrespectful flag.
Let's look up Cooper Flag comparison.
I literally, bro, what have I been saying? Cooper Flag scouting report. That's all you need to look up. Is that what you looked up?
Yeah, it's LTE sucks.
Huh?
The LTE sucks.
Because the whole Wi-Fi being broke.
Yeah, that's not my fault.
This dude said Tatum.
I saw Tatum. I saw PG.
I don't know. I just don't think PG, like, he doesn't have a handle like PG either.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, we will have to wait and see. Not in his fucking draft year either. Committed to Duke.
He committed to Duke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to watch him in the John.
Yeah, that's going to be lit. That's going to be lit.
Can we throw things at him?
That's crazy. We got that on camera, bro. We got you eyes at 4K.
I didn't say it was going to be harmful.
Another dude said he's a mixture of Gordon Hayward and, what's that one dude's name? Kurlenko.
AK-47?
Yeah.
How can you say what's that dude's name and have the name in front of you?
Because I was scrolling.
Yeah, so we can throw flowers at players, right?
That's kind of cute.
Kevin Garnett upside.
Fuck, the Browns spread is 6.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't think it's weird because he's a wing and slash a big, but
Yeah,
like
no,
I just can't think of a
3-4.
great comparison.
He's a
I
he's
think,
a
it's,
SF/PF.
I think it's disrespectful to compare him to another player. He's his own player.
No, that's Wemby.
Yeah, Wemby.
He's not his own player.
Nah, Wemby's fun.
All right.
On that note,
We'll wrap it up.
Who's your favorite comparison for Wemby?
For Wemby?
Yeah.
Chet Holmgren,
That's a bad comparison because he didn't play a lick of NBA basketball.
but he's been in the NBA longer.
Wemby really doesn't have a comparison, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He's an alien.
Like,
Kevin
I mean, maybe
Durant.
Porzingis.
Kevin Durant.
like,
Kevin Durant,
significantly
Porzingis.
better.
Durant.
Was
I
the
mean,
best
there's
way.
nothing.
It's a
fine.
Kevin Durant that can play defense.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all he is.
But he's also like 7 inches taller.
Oh, no, remember? Oh, no.
That picture?
You mean Bol?
No, that's a horrible comparison. Well, there you go. Thank you for listening to another episode of Nothing Agreed with our NBA overreactions. Kind of 2 weeks in, whole things like that. NBA special analyst Andrew Cuppett, thank you for coming on. Barron, as usual, thank you for coming on. Thank you for listening, and peace.